evening. I want to talk about a few things. One of the things I want to talk about is Texas. How did the events in Texas unfold for real? And how did the state fail? Technically, I think his name is Greg Abbott, the governor. He didn't fail at all. But Biden and those guys want to make him look bad. Before the event happened, he got a hold of the Biden administration, the joke, and he told them he needed to increase power. He needed a waiver because a lot of their energy is like solar and wind and all of that, but he needed to increase coal. And the Department of Energy told him, yeah, sure, but you have to charge each customer $1,500 per watt hour. People can't afford that, and he knew that. So what was he supposed to do? He had no choice. This falls on the failure of Joe Biden. So that, on top of the fact that Joke wanted to have him declare a national emergency. If he did that, then that would have gave power to Joe Biden that Texans didn't want him to have. Trust me on that. And so he said, no, I'm not going to do it. And so the people of Texas, they got hit hard. I say prayers for him, but this is not Greg Abbott's fault. This is not anybody's fault other than Joe Biden and his group. So when we think about how things are with this situation, with how all of this went, there's some things that are kind of disturbing, and I'm gonna, well, not really disturbing, just I don't really understand them. I'm gonna show a couple of videos because I want to get your input. One will be of Nancy Pelosi when she's either a really bad actress or just at the end of her rope. And the other one is Joe Biden and his group talking about China and how China's going to eat our lunch and they're ahead of the game. And so we have to step up to join them. That's not good. I'm going to show those. And the other thing that is happening, I don't know about your state, but I know in Oregon, the governor has activated troops, National Guard troops, to be in full flak, go door to door, and check people, check on them, make sure they're okay. What does this do? Number one, it makes it so that people are used to seeing these armed military and police coming to your door to ask you if you're okay. And so then when it comes to a grab, you're not even going to know it's coming until it comes. My advice is you don't have to let them in. You don't even have to do nothing. Open the door and that's it. If you want to, you don't have to deal with them at all. It's against the Constitution of the United States. They're saying it's a welfare check. Well, okay, I'm fine. Get the hell out. And I don't care who you are. You can start coming down my driveway and we're going to have problems. People need to be ready. I'm not saying this to be afraid. I don't push the fear factors. I don't believe there's anything to be afraid of, because any soldier soldiers and police they take an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. If they violate that oath, that then there, in my opinion, makes them the enemy. That's just the way it goes. So they have a choice, and so do you. And the choice is, you can tell them, yep, I'm fine, get out. Or you can run the risk of what may come if you get a bunch of idiots, or if it's not really military or police. That's the other catch to that, I think. So that, all of that is neither here nor there. So what I want to do now is I will go to Nancy Pelosi's video, and you see if you think she's acting, and then we'll look at Joe Biden, and I'll come on again.
Is censure an option right now then?
Censure is a slight interpretation of the Constitution that lets everybody off the hook. That lets everybody off the hook. Oh, these cowardly senators who couldn't face up to what the president did and what was at stake for our country are now going to have a chance to give a little slap on the wrist. We censure people for using stationery for the wrong purpose. We don't censure people for inciting insurrection that kills people in the Capitol.
For 2 straight hours with Xi Jinping. And you all know as well as I do, these folks, and it was a good conversation. I know him well. We spent a lot of time together over the years I was vice president. And they're gonna, if we don't get moving, they're gonna eat our lunch. They have major new initiatives on rail, and they already have rail that goes 225 miles an hour with ease. They're working very hard to do what I think we're going to have to do. And I think the automobile industry is already there, and so is labor. They're working very hard to try to move in a position where they end up being the source of a new way in which to power automobiles. Which they're going to invest a lot of money. They're investing billions of dollars in dealing with a whole range of issues that relate to transportation, the environment, and a whole range of other things. So we just have to step up. And so what I'm going to talk to these folks about, since they're the key committee, is how we begin this. I've laid out what I think I have to do. We should be doing. They have a plan as well within their jurisdiction. But they're also very, very competent senators who know a lot more than beyond their jurisdiction about the things it needs. So I'm looking for a wholesome conversation or fulsome conversation. So thank you.
Keeping in mind, Hollywood can make you believe it's the end of the world. What was that, 2012? Or the San Andreas Fault, Earthquake 77, whatever. Any one of these shows, they make things look so real. How do we know what we're seeing is real? You know, I was watching a show the other day, and I don't know about you, but I can't really watch TV anymore because I'm starting to see the narrative that they're pushing. It's like the show I was watching was about a principal that went to a really rough school, and it's, I don't remember his name. Anyway, this black principal went there, and he changed the doors and all of that. And the whole show pushes that these people in the lower income area of this big city going to this school, that they're victims. And so it's no surprise that we have so many people that think they're victims. you choose to be a victim or you don't. You know, you can be broke down and defeated, or you can be strong and tall. It's up to you. You know, there are places in the world where our poorest people are rich compared to them. I'm just saying. So the division is being driven by the Democratic Liberal Party. Places like Coca-Cola doing its new white people bad program. If you're white, you're a racist. Give me a break. You know, and I even had a friend of mine that's black that said blacks can't be racist. Well, I'm sorry, I disagree 100% with that. I think anybody can be racist, and, you know, it just takes a little bit of stupidity and fear. So, all of that being said, let me know what you think of the Biden and of Pelosi's really bad acting, I guess, in my opinion. But I thought that one video was really cool, so I've been starting to look for more shows that have the exact same storyline, just a different group. So that being said, I love you all. I hope you have a great evening, and blame no one for your problems. Accept what's yours, dismiss what's not. If it's yours, own it. If it ain't, kick it the hell out. So, everyone rock on, man. We got this. God wins.